Hi, I'm Michael Smith, and tonight with me I have Chris Kay. How would you describe yourself as far as what you do for Carson City? You're a balladeer?
Yes, I'm the Traveling Troubadour.
The Traveling Troubadour. Try to say that fast. Well, I ran into this young man at work at his workplace in Mount Blue, and he kept on saying about some of his skills, and I said, well, let's see what you got. Well, he came down here to the Carson Valley Copeland Arts Center, and he's got skills. Not only does he have skills, but he showed me a disc from his past, and you've been doing music for a long time.
Well, yeah, I pretty much grew up, playing in rock bands when I was in high school and stuff like that, and then finally had some success with an early group that I was in called the Mazvia Jungle. You may remember that. Some of the local people here back in the late '60s. Am I dating myself here?
No, it's okay. What came out of it for me was that you're a musician of passion.
Well, hey, thank you. I appreciate that.
And you had it, and you just stay with it. You encourage young people. You do a lot of the tech work at Mount Blue. And when I first met you, we were doing the Lights and Trees Festival.
Festival of Trees and Lights, yes.
And then that was very important to get all the tech there because you had a different group out every hour for about 3 days.
Exactly right. So I learned the other side of being a musician, not just being on stage, but being behind the scenes and learning how to do all the technical stuff too.
Well, that's smart. If you're a musician, I would think it's good to get other, because I know a group from Jazz Van Gogh, that he was a tech person, and a young man from Buster Blue at the Brewery Arts Theater who did tech stuff. So it's probably good to. How do you get a career in tech stuff?
Well, I actually studied. I studied at the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Excellent.
So that was a great school to learn how all the behind-the-scenes production, TV production. I actually majored in TV pre-production, which is writing for television.
Wow.
So it was a great school to go to, and that was in the late 80s. I came back to Reno, did my internship at KOLO TV, and that was a great experience. And
wow.
I had a chance to work with the king of late night TV, Jack Joseph in Reno. I worked with him for a while, and then I kind of ventured out on my own and started doing my own late night television programs, which is a lot of fun.
How many years did you do that?
Well, I basically worked up to the point where analog was gone and digital came in. The big transition from, when everything went computer. That was the end of my career in television.
Oh, well, when we do a weekly What Show and a weekly Nevada Trail Show, what did you do for your late night show? Was it every night, or was it 5 days a week?
Well, basically, we had a music video show that came on every week.
Oh, that's smart.
We did one show a week, and it was kind of neat, like a 3-hour show.
Where you'd find musicians and have them come and play for the show?
We'd do that. We'd go out in the community and shoot different events that were going on.
That's what I try to do, because my goal is to find musicians, get them some support from the community, and get them to stay put, because I've met too many musicians in this region. I know it's Tahoe here, Carson Valley, Reno, that get their skills, get some performance time, and then they go away.
Right.
You hear them about playing elsewhere. And
well, the thing about it is, it's really hard to get recognition in your own hometown.
Well,
I found that a long time ago. So I had to do the same thing. That's why I went up to Canada to play up there. Mm-hmm. And that's where I got my education up there.
We happen to think that public access can get a lot of these musicians some airtime and hopefully some gigs.
Well, public access is a great venue, yes, exactly, for the grassroots musicians and people out there that need some exposure.
Well, as a traveling troubadour, how often are you out there?
Well, this is kind of fun, because what I decided to do was, I figured, there's a lot of people downtown at noon in Carson. There's all those state employees that are in their offices, Hopefully they'll come out and see me on the street, and there's a lot of people that come down there. Basically what I'm trying to do is get people to go downtown Carson for lunch. And I'm trying to promote business down there. I'm trying to promote, have you heard? They're going to spend $80 million on improvements in downtown Carson.
I like it.
And they want to make it into a national monument like they did with Virginia City. So the opportunities that are presenting themselves in downtown Carson are phenomenal right now. So I'm just trying to get on the ground floor and get down there and share my music with everybody.
Well, that's very smart. There's another man named Chris Baer. Have you met him?
No, I haven't.
He's in, what's that coffee store that's real popular there?
Coma Coffee?
Coma Coffee.
Uh-huh.
He plays, at least he did. I shot him at the Coma Coffee on Monday at lunch.
Right.
And he had a man that did the spoons, and
Uh-huh.
Chris does kind of like funny novelty songs from the past in 1800s and things, and very, very gifted. Then he had someone else playing a bunch of sound effect things. But it was really to try to help the downtowners like yourself.
Right.
And
there's the best kept secret. I'm going to tell you right now. On Tuesdays, I play on the plaza, right behind the Laxalt Plaza, right there, right behind the Nugget. And I do a noon concert there, and it's really a lot of fun.
Well,
so bring your lunch. Come on down on Tuesdays at noon at the Laxalt Plaza, and you'll see me playing there. Now, what we decided to do the other three days of the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, is since I cannot solicit, that was part of my business license. I had to get a business license in Carson. I cannot solicit. I can't sit there and just take a guitar case and open it up, and play on a corner. I decided to become mobile. And what I've done is I've come up with a concoction so where I can play right on the street with enough volume so you can hear me across the street. Because I found that one thing when you're downtown playing for people, they don't want you coming right up to their car window. They want you. If you want to play for them, that's fine. But I walk across the street, and then I'll work my way up the street playing for them. So you'll never see me just come right up to your window with my guitar and play, because it's kind of obnoxious. I just try and be, I try to be out there playing. And the great thing about it is, I get so much out of it from the public, I really do. All you have to do is come by, roll your window down, and give me a high five, and I'm ready. I'm good for the day.
Well, I think the Chamber of Commerce there is pretty cool, and maybe they might give you a little stipend for promoting the Carson City.
Well, they haven't yet, but they don't even know who I am yet. Well, you're the first one to give me to let people know who I am and what I do.
Well, I'm just a lucky person. I'm one that I think can spot heart in people, and when you have heart, that's what. My shows, I think I bring out people that have passion for whatever that they do. And it might not be a subject that you're into, but you could tell the heart. And that's what I saw in you, and that's why we're giving you this shot.
I appreciate that.
And you are welcome, and we'll make sure you get seen on public access in Reno, Sacramento, Carson City, Dayton, and Carson Valley, and Tahoe.
Fantastic. Why don't we do a song here to start off?
I think it's time for a song.
I think it's time for a song.
None of this talk stuff and a little bit of this guitar stuff.
Yeah, I thought I'd do a song I wrote for my hometown. Okay?
Okay.
This is my hometown, and it feels so good to be here in my hometown, where I'll never want to roam. This is my hometown, the old familiar places. Place where I got started, the place that I call home. Take me back, conductor, won't you take me back today? I've been living in this fairy tale, a place they call LA, and I miss the smell along the stove. Take me back this minute, for I surely wanna go back to my hometown. It feels so good to be here in my hometown, where I'll never
call. This train is bound for Rainbow Town. It stops at the pot of gold, but it's had so many detours. The dream is growing old. Well, I've traveled near and traveled far. There's one thing I have found: happiness lies in my backyard. I'm here in my old town. This is my hometown. It feels so good to be here in my hometown, where I'll never want to go. This is my hometown. The old familiar faces, the place where I got started, the place that I call home. Whoa!
The crowd goes crazy. All right. Yeah.
Well, on public access TV, that's the kind of entertaining I think people will enjoy.
Wonderful.
Because that's skill. You are a very talented man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, if I have a business owner or somebody wants to come out and see you at the park, or someone who wants to hire your services, how would I get a hold of you?
Well, Chris K. Productions. I'm sure you'll put it on the bottom of the screen.
Hopefully.
Okay, Chris K. Productions, 885-8212 in Carson City is the number. And boy, I tell you, this is really a great opportunity for me to, finally let people know who I am there. I'm the one on the corner out there playing on noon hours. And, come on down, roll your window down and listen to me. I'd love to play for you.
Well, believe it or not, I've been asking about you, and people already know you're out there.
Oh, do they? Well,
yeah,
that's good.
I mentioned somebody said, "Oh, he's the guy who's out there playing."
Right. Well,
I said, "Well, that's good."
We all have to have a stage in life, don't we?
Well, that's a good stage because I was just in Sacramento yesterday, and people were sitting in their cars that like you wouldn't believe.
Really?
It's just deadlock traffic there. So I'm glad that we're in Carson City area that you don't have that traffic, that people can pull over and enjoy your stuff.
Well, the great thing about it is, once you're at a stoplight there, I've got you for a couple minutes.
Yeah, and it's a pleasure.
Hey, just roll down your window and I'll sing for you there. And you'll like it, I'm sure you will.
Well, if not, just like I said, pull over and spend your lunch with you.
Well, yeah, like I say, on Tuesdays you can count on me being at one spot. That's right at the Laxalt Plaza behind the Nugget. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the other days that I'm out playing, I'm walking up and down the street. I start at the corner of, I usually start right there at where Heidi's is, right at
Heidi's.
At 395
okay.
and 50 right there. And I work my way all the way up to the Capitol.
Oh, that's far.
And then I work my way back. So it takes about an hour and 10 minutes for me to get out there and do it. And the neat thing about it is there's every day there's something new. So, it's a lot of fun for me just to be out playing for the public. And basically I call this a grant from the Chris K. Endowment for the Arts.
Well, that's
because I'm out there presenting music and art to the people of Carson City. That's what it's all about.
That's actually my other thing is getting people to appreciate music and getting kids to want to be musicians.
Right.
And meeting musicians and saying, I want to be that, I want to do that, because that's fun. Because life's way too short, people. I don't care what you say. Life's too short, so you got to have some fun, and he's still having fun. So being a magician is keeping him young, and that's a lot of square foot you're doing. On your sheet you gave me, you have a lot of road songs.
Yeah, there's a lot. Well, that seems to work good on the road.
I know.
But there's certain places along the way. There's some unique places down there in downtown. Did you know there's a fortune teller right downtown Carson?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I always sing Love Potion number 9 in front of them. That's a lot of fun.
Do they like that?
They love that. Did you know there's the Children's Museum down there?
I love that Children's Museum.
There, and
You've got to go there, by the way.
I always go. That's where I always sing Teach Your Children. The Crosby, Stills and Nash, they love that. So.
I went there and they had a Lego display that was to knock your
Phenomenal,
socks.
huh?
Yeah, so you can always find some exhibit worth going. It is just because it says children. Right. Make that an excuse to go and bring the kids.
Yeah, and
go without the kids.
Sometimes the great thing about it is sometimes there's students that are visiting the State Museum, whatever, and I love to go over and play for them. It's a lot of fun, you know. And then I can always count on a downtown crowd for lunch at the Carson Nugget there. Now, and the neat thing about the Carson Nugget is it's got those windows on the outside where I can't see inside, but you can see me from the outside. And can I do the song that I do there? Let's do that.
It's your show.
This is
We're talking. Let's go.
You may see me when you come in for lunch at the Carson Nugget. You'll see this guy come up to the window and start singing this song, and I worked my way all the way around the whole restaurant there singing this one song. It's called "The Puppet Man."
Well, prop me up and pull my strings, and I will play for you. I'll dance and sing, ain't anything that I won't do for you. I'm a puppet man, a minstrel show, wood and string from head to toe. Watch me act and you will know I'm in love with you. You say our love is dead and gone, it's time that you must go, but I still say it's growing strong. There's something you must know. I'm a puppet man, a minstrel show, wood and string from head to toe. Watch me act and you will know I'm in love with you. We must live on promises I told you from the start. Though I'm just a millionaire, I still have a heart. So won't you prop me up and pull my strings, and I will play for you. I'll dance and sing, ain't anything I won't do for you. 'Cause I'm a puppet man, a minstrel show, wood and string from head to toe. Watch me act and you will know I'm in love with you.
Whoa!
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's very good. Now, Chris K Productions, I understand you have a studio in your home as well.
Well, you bet. One of the things I learned long ago, if you're recording and you want it done right, learn how to do it yourself.
Yes.
Because basically, when you go in the studio, you better have everything perfect. And I found that having my own home studio gives me a chance to do things on my own time schedule. And how many thousands of songs I've recorded, I'm not sure, but it's quite a few over the years. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what we're all trying to do, is write the perfect song.
Is that something that other people can rent or lease your studio or your expertise?
Well, actually, it's pretty much just for what I'm doing, my own production. But you know, I was always, if somebody's great and I want to record them, yeah, and I can help them, I will. You bet. I wanted to tell. There is something I did want to share with everybody. There's a songwriters group that I attend every month, and it's at Maytown Music Center in Reno. The first Monday of every month. The next meeting will be June 4th.
Okay.
And it's a chance, if you think you're a songwriter, you'd like to be a songwriter, you're interested in songwriting, it's a great group to go to, and I just want to mention that to your audience. So hopefully they can. I'm always there every month. It's a great venue.
Well, that's a fantastic question. I asked, have you ever heard of David John at Comstock Cowboys?
Oh yes, exactly.
I did a show for him in Fallon, and I had a lucky chance like this to get a few minutes with him, and I asked him, how do you write your songs? And he really had a good explanation for kids. It was just it's just something that really comes out of his heart, but it can't be too mushy, it can't be too long, it can't.
Right.
There's so many parameters that I wouldn't know as a layman, just in the length of the song, and it was like poetry to him the way he was, broke it down.
Right.
And so there must be really a major. Do you dream songs? They come out to you, then you have to play with them for. He said some songs took him years to put on paper.
Well, everybody's different. Some people start with the lyrics first. Some people start with the music first. Whatever works for you. It's a whole process. It's called the craft of songwriting. And it really is something that you have to learn. You'll write a lot of bad songs before you write one good one. I'm telling you right now. I know.
Well, it's also, I remember I had my fraternity brother was a very gifted musician. And he played some music he did. And I said, why don't you play this music on the area? And he had the skills where he ended up working for RCA Records and
really?
then being, a liaison between the record company and the bands. Mm-hmm. Big time stuff.
Great.
You went from living in the outhouse to living in the penthouse type thing.
Good for him.
Very good. But his answer was the music had changed. It changed drastically. It went to disco and stuff like that. So all of a sudden his music was not there anymore. It was different stuff. So then you have to be the right timing. It has to be right. Mm-hmm. And I thought, who cares about the timing? Because when I grew up in rock and roll, I love Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, but I also like Simon and Garfunkel.
Right.
And then I'm thinking that way, and he wasn't. He was saying, well, you got to have it. His stuff wasn't right for that time. He said, and I never heard it, and I thought, fire those bullets, and then just get them out there.
Well, the main thing is finding your own style. So when they turn on that radio and they hear your song, they know it's you.
Yes.
And that can take a lifetime to just find the right style that fits what you're doing.
Well, I think if it's in your heart, you can get out there and perform, and hopefully we can help kids desire to be out there and do these things because you have such talent. I can't wait to see you. Because did you want us to get together at Tuesday at one of these parks you talked about?
Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to take you right downtown when I'm playing, and show you, what I do. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
And it's actually the people on the street are the ones that really make it worthwhile. All you have to do is just give me a thumbs up and honk your horn and wave at me, and you've made my day. Because I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm not into this for the money. I'm just out there to play. Actually, what I want to do someday is I want to play at the Ormsby House. When are they going to open that place?
Well, after this, the demand will go up.
I just want to play in there someday.
I'm sure the people working on that place are saying the same thing.
All right, I'd love to come in there. I want to play in the Troubadour Lounge.
Yeah. Well, they should have you the main star.
No. It's Carson City. What a great place. I mean, and if you go downtown, there's so many neat nooks and crannies down there. It's just a great stage for me, and it's just wonderful for me to be able to play down there.
Well, not only nooks and crannies, they got the great, the best eateries in the area too.
Oh, exactly.
And
right.
you got to really go, study Carson City for their food level. I mean, you start talking about the level of food.
Right.
You're talking about some serious chefs to go
There's
in.
some great breweries downtown now too.
I know.
Right.
Yeah. So we can have you doing a variety of styles of songs.
Right.
What when you first started doing this, what was the response from some of the businesses?
Well, I think they really like it. They're open. As long as I don't, I'm not just hanging out in front of their place all the time. They want me to. The main thing is just keep moving. That's what the Traveling Troubadour does. He's moving all the time with his music. He'll stop and play a verse or chorus for you, then he moves on. So that's the main thing. As long as I think they don't mind as long as I'm not just sitting there for half an hour in front. They don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, also if you see them, you might have 6 minutes. And that's it. So appreciate what you get because that's what sometimes life is. It's something real special.
Life is fleeting.
Yes.
Yes. So grab it while you can, right?
Or come down and then join you 3 times a week in Carson City.
Right. Or if you really want to see me for sure, come on down on Tuesdays at the Laxalt Plaza. I'll be there from noon to 1.
Sounds good.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, we still have a little bit of time left. Can you do one more song?
Let's do one more here because it is late spring right now, isn't it?
It's late spring.
Late spring. And I'm thinking about the late spring snow that's going to fall here. This is a song written by a friend of mine from Reno named Tim Gore-Langton. It's called Late Spring Snow. Oh, the late spring snow is falling in my eyes, but I don't care. 'Cause I know I'll see the mountains on my home rise in the clear morning air. Here I stand on this cold prairie highway. Here I am, there ain't no one
be back home once again. And the wind off the mountains is a blowing across the plain, and as the rain, spring snow turns to rain, I wanna be back home again. Let me be back home again. Oh, there's places I have been, things that I have seen, but there's nothing I'd do again if you know what I mean. Times were rough, yeah, and the times were bad. I lost the only chance I ever had. How I long to be back home, to be back home again. And the wind off the mountains is blowing across the plain, and as the late spring snow turns to rain, I long to be back home again. Let me be back home again. Take me down those Nevada trails one more time again. Oh, the late spring snow is a falling in my eyes, but I don't care.
Big rock ending.
Thank you, Michael. Oh, there we go.
It's time to say goodbye, but go ahead and give out your contact information.
You bet. Chris K. Productions, P.O. Box 2267, Reno, Nevada 89505, and the phone number in Carson 775-885-1212. That's the Traveling Troubadour, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday on the street, but every Tuesday at noon in downtown Carson at Laxall Plaza. Thank you so much,
Well,
Michael.
Chris Kate, thank you for being on the show.
My
and
pleasure.
it's Michael Smith reporting from Minden, and go to Carson City and see the Traveling Troubadour.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, Chris.
How you
Welcome
doing,
to the
Alan?
show.
Glad to be here.
Good to see you. You've got an interesting story. You've been back and forth between Reno and Canada and have written all kinds of songs for social issues and been on TV. Did you have fun up there?
Yeah, it was very real interesting. I got into TV up there. I started doing a lot of television from the records that I was producing, and basically got interested in studying television.
You cut some records up there in Canada, eh?
Yeah. About every year that I was up there, we had something coming out. One year was about the Gretzky, the great hockey player. He came out with a song, and then there was a song I did. They had a big beer strike up there that was on, and I did a song about that. And then there was one special song that I got, probably the most popular song that I did up there was about a missing child named Tanya Merle.
Yeah, so you got involved in that cause, and you...
Yeah, I did a lot of, I worked a lot. There was a society named after Tanya called the Tanya Merle Society in Canada I worked with.
And you organized some big concerts for
Yeah,
that,
we did
didn't
a lot of those up there, yeah.
You raised money to help spread the news and try to find her.
Yeah, that's right.
He got his first guitar when he was 12 and wrote his first song when he was 15. Songs have been coming to Chris Kay since his musical career started in the basement of a Reno house. There he got together with Gary and Curry Jameson and Tim Miner to form the Manzanita Jungle. Later, Tim Gorlangton joined the band with his song Colorado Sun, and the group had a record on the charts. But that's where the fairy tale story ended as the band split up and Chris Kay had to start over.
I think the days of just having one hit and being successful in this business are over. You got to perform.
We're gonna tie a yellow ribbon around this town. We're gonna tie a yellow ribbon.
It's not a political statement. It's simply stay well and come home safely to our men and women in the Middle East.
This conflict has come down.
The troops were ready. Their only weapon, some 23 miles of yellow ribbon. Their mission, to tie that ribbon in a gigantic loop around the biggest little city in the world. Teams made up of fraternities and sorority members from the University of Nevada, Reno, laid out the miles of ribbon. If this had been the Vietnam War, these students might have been protesting instead of supporting the troops. But today, as the teams made their way around Reno and Sparks, their only thought was doing their part to show the troops they care.
23.5-mile ribbon around Reno now.
Hi, I'm Chris Kay, host of Reno's most unique overnight TV show ever, Nighttime Theater. Dare to go where no show in Reno has ever gone before. With the music, the offbeat interviews, and our man on the street, Dink Winkerman, we've broken new ground with this new adventure in Reno late night TV. If it was happening in the summer of 1991, we were there with our cameras. From the action of the Reno Rodeo Midway, to the cars of hot August nights, the excitement of the Nevada State Fair, to the fun of the Virginia City camel races, and the splendor of the great Reno balloon race, plus the music and interviews that have become our trademark.
Always be a slave until I'm dead, and then